Ooh, just end my music all of a sudden. Hello, welcome to Oh My Dharma. Thank you so much for jumping on with me today. I am so thankful that you are here with me to land on your mat, to share some space together, and to hopefully feel really good when you're leaving in the mind and in the body. So we are landing in for a 50-minute gentle flow, and it is open to all levels. So whether this is your first class or your 16th or your 80th class, you can do this class. And there will be offerings to take the postures a little bit deeper for those of you who are wanting to work a little bit more into the advanced postures of your practice. But you definitely don't need to take those. So we are going to start practice with how we always do, with meditation, and then all of the movement is going to be really gentle. There will be flow and breath in the movement, but it's going to be all really quite gentle on the body. And then we will wind things down and then close practice with a nice Shavasana. So yeah, I think we're just going to dive right in. If you have any props, invite them into the practice. But of course, like I said, you don't need them. And we are going to get comfortable. So if that's seated, awesome. If it's laying down, on the back, on the belly, on the side, maybe it's sitting, leaning up against the wall, really whatever feels best for you. And once you've landed there, closing down the eyes. And just letting the hands rest comfortably into the lap. Feel the shoulders roll down and away from the ears. And feel a sense of settling in. Noticing the breath. How does the breath feel for you? Not having any judgments or criticisms or critique to how your breath is showing up for you today. Just noticing, acknowledging, being aware, and giving yourself the grace and allowing your breath to travel through your body, acknowledging, just investigating how the body feels. Are there parts of the body that feel a little sore or tender, stiff, or maybe a strain or just discomfort? When you stumble upon those areas, use your breath to work through them, sending them love, visually sending your breath to that area of the body. And when you stumble upon areas of the body that feel exceptionally good and strong and stable, give yourself gratitude. Give yourself a pat on the back. give yourself love once again. When you show up with love, it eliminates the struggle, it eliminates the fear. So just show up with love for yourself in your practice today. If it feels appropriate for you to set an intention, to say a prayer, maybe a gesture or a mantra, coming into the space to do so. You can leave your hands where they feel comfortable, or bring your palms together at heart center for Anjali Mudra. Releasing your hands when that feels complete for you. Taking some nice big inhales and exhales to bring the body out of that meditation. Moving the fingers and the toes, and rolling the shoulders, the wrists, whatever feels good for you. We'll all land into a seated position if you are not already there. So we are going to work into some upper body movements, as that's how we usually start all of the practices. As we exhale, we'll bring our chin down to our chest, and then inhale that right ear over to the right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, ear to shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Right ear to right shoulder. Using your own breath, just going back and forth. Maybe slowing it down, just really seeing how it feels. The next time your right ear lands towards your right shoulder, we'll stop to pause and hold. So the crown of the head is drifting over towards the right side of the room. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can walk your left hand out towards the left side of your room. So take your next exhale, unwind, come back with the chin to chest. And inhale the left ear to the left shoulder. Seeing how this feels. And then once again, if you want to take it a bit further, the invitation to walk the right hand out beside you. Exhale, coming back down, chin to chest, hands are into the lap, and breathe that head up into neutral. We're going to breathe our arms up towards the sky, drop your right hand down, reach that left hand up. And as we exhale, we're going to hinge over towards the right. Inhale, coming up just halfway. Exhale, over to the right. One more time. And holding it here. Inhale up to center. Exhale, left hand drops. We reach that right hand up. And we exhale over towards the left side of the room. Inhale up. Exhale over. One more time. And this time we will hold it here. Inhale up to center. Exhale, release those hands down. Okay, we're going to roll over the feet and we're going to come into our first child's pose of the practice. So just simply rolling over those feet, big toes go together. Your knees can be as wide as your mat or as close together as touching. And then walking yourself forward and down. Relaxing those elbows down. You can have your palms down towards the mat. You can externally rotate the hands so the palms are face up towards the ceiling. You can bring your hands to prayer and send the prayer behind your neck. Or you can reach both hands back towards your feet. So just finding what feels best for you in the body. Nice big inhales. Nice big exhales. This pose that we are currently in, child's pose, is a wonderful home base for you to have throughout our practice. Even though we are going to be doing a gentle flow today, there may be a point in practice where you just need to take it back. Maybe find some stillness or just reconnect to your intention or to your breath, or you just feel like it. This is a wonderful posture to come to. This is what I refer to as home base. Safe, secure place to land. It doesn't matter how you're landing on your mat today. It can be a beautiful, graceful landing, or it can be a chaotic crash landing. You've landed. You're here. The rest is just the cherry on top. You made it over whatever obstacle you had to face, or multiple obstacles you may have had to face today to carve this time out for yourself. So whatever that looks like in the next 40, 35 minutes, really just let it be and have no expectations of yourself, and just all the gratitude that you've already shown up for yourself. When you're ready, bringing yourself into a all fours position. So we have those hands stacked underneath the shoulders and the knees are stacked underneath the hips. And we're going to start to cat-cow our spine. So as we inhale, we bring the gaze or the eyes up, feeling that belly button dropping down. As we exhale, rounding through the back, tucking that chin to the chest. Inhale, scooping forward. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, scooping forward. Exhale, rounding. Keep going with your own breath. Finding any extra movements that feel good, maybe swaying the hips or lingering in the exhale or the inhale. Whatever is really feeling best for you. As I've mentioned a few times, this is your practice. I am here to guide movement, but if at any point something feels good or doesn't feel good for you, listen to the body. On your next inhale, we're going to come into a neutral spine. We're going to root our right hand into the center of the mat. We're going to inhale our left arm up and open to the ceiling. And as we exhale, we're going to feed that left arm down and through for thread the needle. All right, your right hand can stay where it's at, or it can walk out in front of you, or it can wrap around your back for a bind. If your arm took one of those variations, on your next exhale, bring it back. As we inhale, we push into that right arm, bringing our left arm back up and open. Exhale back to all fours, swaying the hips, maybe a cat-cow. All right, neutral spine, left hand roots this time, and we'll inhale that right arm up and open. Exhale, sweeping that right arm down, thread the needle. Same thing on this side. The left hand can stay exactly where it's at. It can walk out in front of you, or it can find a bind around your back. If your arm moved, on your next exhale, bringing it back down to root. And as you inhale, pushing up and open, bringing that right arm back up. Exhale, bring that right hand back. And again, we'll come to cat-cow the spine. One more time. Come into that neutral spine. Keeping the knees exactly where they're at. Walk the hands forward and down, melting the heart. Coming in for heart melting pose. If you're looking for a deeper variation here, connecting the chin instead of the forehead. All right, when you're ready, pushing into the hands, walking them back to center, swaying the hips, extending your right leg back, sweep it out to the side, walk the hands up and forward, coming in for gate pose. So arms are coming out to the side in a T position, drop down the left hand and sweep that right hand over. Hug yourself down, so curling in, almost like we are giving ourselves a hug. Root down that left hand, walk yourself forward, and just like we did in heart melting pose, but keeping that right leg out, just gently walk yourself forward and just seeing where you can come. You might come down onto the forearms if that feels okay. Don't push it too far here. Listen to the body. And then pushing into the hands, walking back. Bringing that right leg back in, extend it back out. Nice and long, toes are pointing down. And as we exhale, step that right foot in between the hands. Maybe extending that left leg back a little bit. And we're really pushing those hips forward and down here. Nice big breathing. Just taking every posture as it comes and taking it with the breath. We root the left hand and we inhale our right arm up and open. Exhale, bring that right hand back down. Walk your hands to the inside edge of that right foot, staying up onto the palms or maybe coming down onto the forearms. Regardless if you are on the palms or the forearms, you have the choice to roll open that foot onto the pinky side edge, maybe bringing that right hand to the inside of the thigh, just pushing it open. Connect the foot back down if it opened up. Come back to the palms if you're on the forearms, and then walking that foot back to center. All right, so we're going to do some fun transitions here. So let's tuck the toes, the back toes. Lift through that back left knee. Walk both hands over towards the left side of the room. So both toes are now facing over to the left, coming in for a wide-legged forward fold. We're going to inhale to halfway lift. Nice long spine. And then we'll exhale down. All right, so you can have your arms, your palms down, your forearms down. You can be grabbing ankles, opposite knees, opposite elbows. You can be dancing the legs back and forth. Just little bends, nice and gentle. Finding what feels good for you. If there's any yogis that are wanting to take a headstand or a forearm stand, this is an awesome place to do so. But of course, we're in a gentle flow, so there is no need to do it, but a perfect opportunity for anyone who would want to. 3 more breaths. All right, releasing any grips you have in your hands, bringing the hands to the center of the mat. We inhale for a halfway lift. We're going to start to bend into that back knee, nice and big. And then the right heel, that front heel, is going to go down and the toes are going to go up. And we're going to walk the hands over to the front foot and do the same thing so that left toes are pointing up and we're bent into the right knee. So we refer to this as dancing skandasana. All right, so we're just going to go back and forth. All right, the next time that front knee, the right knee is bent, we're going to pause and hold. You can keep your hands exactly where they're at, or if you want to play with some balance, bring those hands to heart center for Anjali Mudra. If your hands came to prayer, bring them back down. From here, we're going to push straight into the right leg, coming back to that wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we fold, walking the hands over to that front foot, pausing here. All right, pivot the feet so that they're facing the front of the mat now. Root into the hands in that front right foot. Step your back foot halfway up your mat into a warrior one position. So at about a 45-degree angle. Okay, so we're going to come in for pyramid pose. From there, make sure the front leg is straight. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold into that pyramid pose. All right, great big inhale. And as you exhale, step both feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Keep the right foot to the top of the mat. Step that left foot back. Drop down the back knee. Untuck the toes. Just how we started the flow. We're going to inhale those arms up. As we exhale, roll it back, half split. Feeling as though the glutes are going back to that left heel, but they're not connecting. And thinking of the forehead going towards the toes. All right, walk your hands forward, connecting that right foot. Tuck your back toes. Send your right foot back. Drop down onto the knees. Big toes go together. Knees are nice and wide or close together. Child's pose. Remember, you have all those variations to take with the arms if you'd like. We're going to be here for about 5 breaths. So if you would like to take a drink of water or anything like that, now is the time to do so. All right. On your next inhale, coming back to your tabletop. Feeling nice and strong. That core is engaged. We are going to extend our left leg back. And we're going to sweep it out to the side, connecting that foot, walking the hands up. Arms out in that T position for gate pose. We'll drop the right hand down and then sweep our left arm over. Right, giving yourself that hug. And then connecting the hands, walking them forward. And just like that heart melting, coming forward, maybe onto the forearms. When you're ready, coming back to the palms and bringing that left knee back in, send it back, toes are pointing down. And as you exhale, stepping that left foot in between the hands, maybe extending that right leg back just a little bit, coming in for that nice low lunge. And we're going to breathe here, feeling the hips pushing forward and down, and just making sure that the knee is in line with the ankle, not in front or behind it. Root your right hand down. Inhale your left arm up and open. Exhale, bringing that hand back down. Walking your hands to the inside of that left foot. So walking the left foot to the outside edge of your mat. And we are going to hang here for some breaths. Staying up onto the hands or maybe coming down onto the forearms. If you feel inclined to roll open that foot to the pinky side edge, go for it. Maybe bringing that left hand to the inside of the left thigh. Connecting the foot back down, bringing your hands back to the mat, walking your left foot back into the center of the mat. Nice big breaths. All right, so from here, we're going to go into that wide-legged forward fold, tuck those back toes, lifting through the back knee, walking both hands over towards the right side. The toes are shifting to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the same options that we had on the other side. Again, if you want to fly the feet, go for it. Three more breaths. Releasing any grips you have in your hands, bringing them to the center of your mat. Inhale as though we're doing that halfway lift. And then we're going to bend into that back knee. Those right toes are pointing up, left toes are pointing up. Then we're going to walk the hands to center, bending into that front left knee. Right toes are pointing up and back and forth for that dancing skandasana. The next time that front knee is bent, we're going to pause and hold with those right toes pointing up. You can keep your hands rooted or bring them to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Releasing those hands back down if they came up. We're going to inhale back for that warrior two. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk those hands over to that front foot. Thinking of kissing the kneecap. And then pivot the toes to the front of the mat. Root the hands in the front left foot. Step the back foot halfway up your mat into that warrior one position. Inhale, straightening the front leg, coming up, halfway lift. Exhale, folding forward, pyramid pose. On your next exhale, step both feet to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant those hands beside the feet. This time we keep the left foot to the top of our mat, stepping that right foot back, dropping down the knee, untucking the toes, maybe lengthening out that right leg. Still feeling those hips pushing forward and down. Inhale up those arms. Exhale, sweep it back, half split. Get into that superficial back line of the left leg. Walk forward, connect that left foot. Hands are framing it, tuck the back toes. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Step back to your high plank and then shift into your down dog. the first of 2 down dogs in our practice. Pedal out the legs, maybe sway the hips. All right, rooting into the left foot, we're going to lift up the right leg. And as we exhale, bring that right knee to the right wrist and the right ankle to the left wrist. We're coming in for pigeon. Trying to keep that front leg nice and parallel to the front edge of your mat. Hips are square, and you're not sitting onto that right glute, so it's nice and lifted. Keeping a long spine. As you exhale, find the space to move yourself forward and down. Allowing the breath to settle you in. Again, just like we did in meditation, if there's areas in the body that are starting to feel strain or a little bit of tension or discomfort, send your breath there. Visualize every inhale and every exhale going to that area of the body. With your next inhale, walking yourself back up, pushing into the hands, tuck your back toe, lifting that left knee, send your right leg back up and through, open up those hips to the right side and bend into your right knee. You can stay here, maybe do some knee circles, whatever feels good for you. If you want to flip all the way open for wild thing, go for it. As we exhale, let's come back down into your down dog. Pedal out those legs. All right, rooting into the right foot. That left foot's going to lift. And as we exhale, we'll come in for pigeon on our left, bringing that left knee to our left wrist, our left ankle to our right wrist. Try and get that shin parallel. Nice and square hips. And then walk yourself forward and down when you're ready. Use your breath to work through whatever comes up. Whether it's rushing thoughts in the mind or something in the body, the breath will take you through it. All right, when you're ready, walking yourself back up, pushing into those hands, we'll exit the same way. Pushing that left leg up and through into that three-legged down dog, maybe opening up those hips, knee circles, wild thing, whatever feels good for you. Then we are going to come into a seated position to close down our practice before we come in for Shavasana. All right, so we're going to come in for some nice seated closing postures today. So both legs are going to be nice and straight. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to keep our right leg straight and bring our left leg, up over top. The left foot is connected to the outside edge of the right leg. Okay, so the knee is pointing up. We're going to inhale those arms up. We're going to exhale to twist over towards that left. So you can wrap your right arm around that left knee and hug it in, or you can bring your right arm and cactus it to the outside edge of that left knee. So whatever feels best for you. If you want to take it even further, I don't know if I can do this. I honestly haven't done it since before I had Aspen. So you can feed that right arm through your legs and then wrap your left arm around the back to find a bind. Inhale back to center. Now we're going to exhale the arms down, and then we're going to bring that left foot and we're going to bring it over towards the side. So over to that right hip, laying the knee flat down onto that top of that right thigh. So we're coming in for half shoelace, tenting the fingertips out in front of you. Walk yourself forward. So even if you can do the full shoelace, I want you to take the half one, because what that does is work all nice and juicy into that superficial back line of your right leg. And if you want more of a sensation, point those toes towards your forehead. All right, inhale back up. Now, if you want to, you can come into the full shoelace or you can stay in the half, whatever feels best for you. We'll inhale those arms up, exhale the right hand down, and then we're going to hinge over to the left, over to the right, and then inhale up, left hand drops, and we'll exhale over towards the left. Holding it here. So right hand, fingertips are pointing over to the left. We're getting into that right side body. Come back to center. Unwind the legs. Feet down. Give them that nice little wash back and forth. And then we'll do that on the other side of the body. And then it will be time for Shavasana. So we're going to keep our left leg straight this time. We're going to bring our right leg up over top, connecting that foot to the mat. Knee is up to the ceiling. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, we're going to twist over to the right. Again, you can just wrap your hand around that right leg if that feels good. You can cactus the left arm, and bring it to the outside of the right leg. Or if you want to find the bind, feeding that left arm through the leg and then reaching the right arm behind the body for the bind. Okay, wherever you landed there, we're going to inhale back, exhale just the hands down. We're going to bring that right foot to the left hip, laying that right leg flat on top of the left leg for the half shoelace. Tenting the fingertips out in front of you, walk yourself forward, getting into that superficial back line of the left leg. Walk yourself up, I always find that one so intense. All right, you can stay exactly where you're at, or you can bend your left knee. Also, bringing that left foot over to the right hip, coming in for the full shoelace. Inhale those arms up. First, we're going to come briefly over to the left so that left hand drops. Right hand goes over. Then inhale up. Right hand drops. Left hand sweeps over. Breathing here. Inhale up. Bring those arms down, planting into the hands, unwind the legs, plant the feet, give them a nice wash back and forth. Then find your way onto your back. Now, if there is any posture that you would like to do before coming for Shavasana, now is your time. So whether that's a happy baby or a waterfall or a shoulder stand or anything like that, maybe a supported bridge, whatever feels good for you, take that here. And then when you're ready, you're going to lay your legs out nice and long, flopping those feet out and the hands out to the side. Palms up to receive energy and palms down for grounding. Whatever feels best for you. Closing down the eyes. And knowing that I am here to hold the space, to watch the time, and when it is the right time to bring the energy back into our space, I will do that. So until then, just really allow yourself to relax and be, surrender. And starting to use your breath to wake up the body, bringing the energy back in. Small movement of the fingers and the toes. Maybe you reach your arms up over your head and stretch your legs out nice and long for that full body stretch. It may feel nice to hug your knees in towards your chest, maybe rock side to side. When you're ready, choosing to roll over to the right or the left-hand side of the room. Your right representing relaxation and your left representing energy. As always, we take this as a chance to reset, restart, and renew. When you're ready, making your way into a seated position, trying your best to keep your eyes closed if you can. Allowing the hands to rest where they feel comfortable in the lap, or bringing your hands together, palms together at heart center for Anjali Mudra. We will take one nice big breath together to close our practice. Inhaling through the nose. Nice big audible exhale through the mouth. May the sun bring you new energy by day, and may the moon softly restore you by night. May the rain wash away your worries, and may the breeze blow new strength into your being. May you walk gently through this world and know the beauty for all the days of your life. With all of my light and all of my love, and always humbly in your service. Namaste. Thank you all so much for landing with me today. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you trusting Oh My Dharma and myself with your yoga practice. If there's anything I can do or some classes I can add, please let me know. If you liked the class, make sure to comment and let me know. And if you have any questions or anything that you would like to reach out to me for, please feel free to. Otherwise, I will see you again, hopefully super soon. I hope you have the best rest of your day, whether that's morning, afternoon, or night. And until then, all my love. Namaste.